What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So it's actually some good news. We're now starting to see more and more lawmakers are discussing possible changes to Social Security. One of these changes that we're going to see, and we're actually going to talk about today, is a new proposal that would actually increase benefits to SSI recipients by an average of $128 per month. That's actually pretty good. So we're going to address that today. But first, I want to talk about what lawmakers are discussing. Right now, some lawmakers are telling us that we need to wait, that Social Security benefits can't be increased because the Social Security Trust Fund is on the verge of becoming insolvent. And so until we can shore up Social Security, there's no need to talk about additional increases in benefits. Others say that no, Social Security recipients have been struggling for many years, that we can't just keep putting them off. We can't just stop their benefits simply because we feel there's not enough money to go around. So, there's a lot of discussions happening right now. Congress is away on recess. The House of Representatives will come back on September 5th, and the Senate will come back on September 12th. The reason why those dates are extremely important is because by the end of September, on September 30th, lawmakers, all of Congress has to agree on the federal budget for 2024. Problem is, there's not a lot of time left. So, we will see what happens there. We will also see if they start throwing in additional, rules and laws for Social Security. Now, I want to get to this article talking about the increase to Social Security for SSI. And if you have any questions, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. And also, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. So let's talk about this. Here's the article right here. It says Social Security proposes update to SSI calculation. Well, I've talked about this. I talked about this about 2 days ago as soon as this came out. This was actually something that caught a lot of people's attention because most people didn't realize what was going on. Well, let me read this article. So it says, the Social Security Administration uses a different standard to determine supplemental security income benefits for people living in certain states. Now, the agency wants to update its rules to treat beneficiaries nationwide more equitably. Okay. It says the agency is proposing a new rule to modify how it alters benefit payments for those who receive what's known as in-kind support and maintenance in the form of a rental subsidy. It says under current rules, SSI benefits are reduced if a person is paying rent or shelter expense that are lower than the current market rate or what they would pay on the open market. This is significant in cases where a person with a disability is renting from a family member, for example, who charges them a reduced rate. Now, there are millions of people that do this. And think about it. Let's say you have a family member that really needs help, right? They can't work, they're struggling, and so instead of renting them a maybe your basement or another room or maybe a whole house at the market rate, maybe you cut it in half. Maybe you give them a discount. Maybe they're only paying for your mortgage, right? That's something that a lot of people do. Now, it goes on to say, but due to court rulings, the agency uses a less stringent standard in 7 states. Those states include Connecticut, New York, Vermont, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Texas. In these states, benefits are not reduced if a person is spending more than a third of their income on housing, even if their rent is less than current market rate. That's big, okay? Because it says that these states are using a less stringent standard. Again, Connecticut, New York, Vermont, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Texas. Yeah. Goes on to say, the proposed rule published this month in the Federal Register seeks to expand the more lenient standard already in place in 7 states to the entire country. Says the Social Security Administration estimates that about 41,000 current SSI beneficiaries would see their monthly payments rise under the rule change by an average of $128 per month, and some 14,000 individuals who don't receive SSI now would be eligible to qualify for the program as a result of the update. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you how that calculation comes out and what that does. Okay, I want to show you an example. But the first thing I just want to say is this is only supposed to help out 41,000 people. Okay, that's what the Social Security Administration is estimating. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why would you tell us about a proposal that's only going to maybe benefit 41,000 people? Well, it's going to benefit about 55,000 people. If you add the 41,000 plus the 14,000, comes up about 55,000 people. There's a lot more that are on SSI. The reason why I bring this up is because this is what some people are talking about, is we need to give people on SSI this additional support and stop taking money away just because they have a family member or a friend or somebody that's giving them in-kind support. Right? And putting a value on it. So I think that's interesting. But the reason why this is getting a lot of attention right now, even though it was just proposed 2 days ago, is because of this. Other lawmakers are asking, is this right? Should we be giving this benefit to people that are receiving some help? Because they say, what about those that don't get a good deal on rent? Should they get additional benefits? So if their rent is higher because they live in a certain city or state, should they get additional benefits? Should they see additional benefits if food costs are higher in that state? Should they see additional benefits if their income is not as high as in other states? This is what people are asking. And so again, this is a new proposal, and Social Security is saying it's going to be about $128 per month of an increase to SSI. However, there are more lawmakers that are questioning the legitimacy of this because there's so many people on Social Security that could use additional benefits, but they're not getting it. And so that's why I bring this up, is because yes, this is a new proposal. There's some support behind it, but at the same time, there's more support behind giving Social Security recipients some form of an increase, not just because they're getting in-kind support. Now, here's what I can tell you. Right now, many lawmakers are calling on Congress to do something, to act. Even John Larson, he talked about this about a month ago, and I brought this up too, that he's saying that Congress needs to do something. Enough of the lip service and actually put something to a vote. But what Congress doesn't want to do, and this is something that I've brought up multiple times as well, what Congress doesn't want to do is they do not want to vote on a bill. They don't want to vote on something that could hurt their chances of being reelected this next year. So because of that, many people are putting out proposals and different ideas. You look at the Republican proposals, the Democratic proposals. They're discussing these, but nobody's putting these to a vote, and that's part of the problem. Now, I did tell you that I will show you a quick little example of how this in-kind support is going to work. So let's look at this really quick. So here it is right here, okay? This is what we're going to go and look through. Okay, here's an example. So this says, so if we take this example, okay, of an SSI recipient living with their ineligible spouse and child who's renting a single-family home owned by the recipient's mother, for example. Says the landlord, the mother, alleges the property has a current market rental value of $1,500. Okay, that's the CMRV. It's $1,500 per month. But she's requiring the SSI household to only pay $350 per month. Okay, right there. So in order to calculate that, you subtract the $1,500 or the $350 from the $1,500, comes up to $1,150. That would be the rental subsidy. All right. So you take that, Okay, the the ISM. This is pretty much the value of the unearned income. Okay, $1,500, which is a subsidy. You take that, divide it by the people in the household, so 3, and it comes up to that. That is the unearned income value per person, $383.33. However, the unearned income is valued at $383. However, there's a cap. Okay, the per month value is only $324.66. So that's the cap right there. So the additional $59, that doesn't count. So you take your SSI payment, let's say it's $914, you subtract the cap right here, okay, $324, so that is what you would get, $589.39, as opposed to the $914. Okay, this is why it's a big deal, because in this situation right here, this person is missing out on $324.66. So that's where they want to get rid of that. And if we didn't have to worry about the current market rental value, the value of the unearned income, they didn't have to worry about that. Okay, they'd get more money. So that is what is happening right now. A lot of people are talking about this. One thing I can tell you, so if we come over here to this, so this is an action. So this is it's on federalregister.com, and you can see it. All right. You can also come up here and submit a formal comment. There's only been 17 comments that have been received. It even tells you the views on this right here. This page has only been viewed 1,400 times. Okay, that's as of this morning. 1,400 times this page has been viewed. Talks about the entire thing. This is actually, and you see right here, says to ensure, there you go, to ensure your comments are considered, we must receive them no later than October 23rd, 2023. So you have until then to, post your comments if you want to. All right. So just wanted to fill you in on what's going on there, because yes, there's a lot of discussions happening regarding Social Security. Some I think have some merit. Some could potentially turn into a proposal or a bill, but right now these are just discussions. This is the one that is being proposed, is being discussed, but they're also asking for comments as well. So just wanted to fill you in on what's going on there. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. But let me know, what are your thoughts on Social Security? Should we be receiving additional benefits, which are going to take more money from Social Security, or should we keep things as is, figure out a way to shore up Social Security quickly to ensure it doesn't become solvent, and then provide benefits? What are your thoughts? What do you think we should do? Well, let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one.